Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching another episode of MMA Mike. I'm going to jump into the main event of this upcoming Saturday card between Holm and Bethe Correia. I guess Holly was too difficult an opponent for Cyborg. They were talking about the preacher's daughter fighting Cyborg, and Cyborg was scared. I don't know what happened there, but she didn't want to fight Holly. Let's talk about Bethe first. We best know Bethe for trash talk against Ronda Rousey and then being completely overwhelmed. At that point, though, everyone was overwhelmed by the Rowdy one. She still had her air of invincibility. Then Bethe jumped back into the ring, had a close split decision loss to Raquel Pennington, who, by the way, just retired Miesha Tate. Followed it up with a majority decision draw to Marianne Reneau. So she's got a couple fights back. She's getting the experience back under her belt, but they haven't been wildly successful. That air of invincibility for Ronda I was talking about, of course, was taken by Holm. Holly had won numerous boxing and kickboxing championships before coming into the UFC. She's the most decorated female boxer in history by far. Numerous weight classes, numerous championships. It's not really an argument. She fought her way through her first two decisions in the UFC before getting a pretty quick title shot, even though she had fought, I believe it was in Strikeforce a little bit before that. Of course, the night against Ronda, she was spectacular. Most people didn't realize she was still pretty new to MMA, and she was just on that night. She had Ronda's number. She wasn't intimidated, of course, which was the big thing. She's been in so many huge fights in boxing, kickboxing. I'm sure being used to being in that spotlight really helped her. Since then, though, she's coming off 3 losses. She lost the belt in her next fight to Miesha Tate, submitted in the I believe in the final round, March of last year. Then she fought Valentina Shevchenko. She landed a lot of good shots. It seemed like Valentina was just too quick for her, though. I mean, she landed a lot more shots. She had a huge speed advantage against Holly, and Holly is 35. She's definitely the bigger woman in that fight, and Shevchenko was just able to use her speed superbly. But even after losing those 2 fights, she obviously was still a top contender and was granted the first title shot for the 145-pound championship against Germaine Randamie. That was an incredible fight. Both of them back and forth. Both of them looked... it was really, of course, a lot more of a kickboxing match between 2 top-level kickboxers, but it was an amazing fight. Could have went either way. It went the way of Germaine Randamie, and here Holly sits now on a 3-fight losing streak. Back to the drawing board for both these girls, right? How much confidence has Bethe gotten back since that awful loss to Rousey, and what's going to be Holly's mindset after coming off 3 consecutive losses? Coming into this, I do think Holly hits harder. I think she's the better striker. You see on here, most of Bethe's wins are by decision. So if she does win it, I think it'll be by decision. Holly has a slight height advantage, 5-inch reach advantage, which I think she's going to use that all night against Bethe and just destroy her. I'm taking Holly inside the 4th round, maybe sooner. But that's my pick for the fight. Thank you for tuning into another episode. I'm going to try to get as many of these other fights broke down, at least the main card, on here before Friday. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys hit that like button, subscribe button. Really would help me out. I appreciate it. Have a great week.